How are you? What's going on? Did Nantucket?
Welcome everybody. Good online. I hope can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you and everyone else.
We're going to get started a little quicker today because we have a quick video from Jason and Mark.
Welcome back from Mega Camp. Hopefully you were all there and you experienced what we experienced. My goodness, what an amazing few days of content.
That was fun, right?
It was super fun. And so hopefully what you're doing is preparing for the fourth quarter and you're getting your business prepared. You heard so many stories of amazing, timely, and really important training, and you're the kind of the grand poobah of timely, important training.
Well, I don't know about all that, but here's what I do know, and Gary and Jay said it best. They said, look, the shift doesn't have to define your strategy, but it will define your tactics, which means what you have done might not be the best thing to continue to do. And what we did is we went bullet by bullet across all lead generation, all follow-up, all wealth, all conversion, and tried to give the tactics of the moment.
It's a huge aha, because what happens in a shifting market is you may just have to put in an extra hour a day. It's just the times that we live in. If you want the same number of transactions or to grow, you may have to do more of the work that we didn't have to do in prior markets. And that's what a shift is. The good news is when you build those muscles and you develop more market share in times like this, you'll never give it up.
Absolutely right. So here's what I know. Your team leaders and OPs are the gateway to all the models and systems that you need. Whether it's enhanced social media, how to get more out of your open houses, what should be doing with your sphere of influences, how do I change the way that my company appears to the consumer, they have all this.
Lots of stuff. Have a great fourth quarter. We appreciate everything that you do, and let's go get them.
See you guys.
All right, everybody.
Welcome back from Mega.
Everyone. Just a reminder to everybody here in the room, if the green lights are on, everything you're saying is going out to the interworld. So just be aware, especially if you're sitting under a microphone. Don't talk about secret, confidential stuff, that kind of stuff. Welcome to team meeting.
Good
Welcome,
morning.
Rachel. So we're going to start off again. Instead of passing the buckets, you got to meet somebody. So if you're here in the room, you've got 1 minute to say hi to 2 people. If you're online, you need to send a direct message to somebody through chat. 1 minute, go.
Way there. Basically 5 hours to LA and LA. Oh, and it's got the foundation stuff.
Maybe I'm wrong. 6, 5. All right, everybody ready? First off, get out your calendars, get out your notepads. We have a ton of info to give to you today, so make sure you're getting all this because this week is insane and there's all kinds of other stuff. But first, we have a whole mission, vision, values, beliefs, all kinds of stuff. We don't want to read through these each day, but we do want you to be aware we're a company not founded on selling real estate. We're founded on all these different value systems when our computer works properly. Is it going?
Yep.
It's weird. Sometimes the clicker works and then sometimes it doesn't.
I think it needs batteries. It hasn't worked for me in a while.
Really?
Also, Carla Gregg with the Property Gurus, today is her birthday. So if you see her in the building, make sure you tell her happy birthday.
Happy birthday to her. Also, reminder, do not call people you're not supposed to. Do not bring litigation among yourselves or to Keller Williams in general or specifically here in Springfield. It won't whenever somebody clicks in.
Go ahead.
Okay. So we got to, and what, ironically, we're a technology company. I just can't figure out how to work the thing. So, but those are our different perspectives. We're going to try and focus on one a week each week going on. And every week we try and focus on a culture winner. So last week, it's going to do it now. It does. Okay. Landon Mabe. And this week, Landon Mabe nominated Wim Oaks. Give him a round of applause. Rachel, what did he say about Wim?
Okay, this is what Landon said about Wim. Wim is the definition of KW culture. He is willing to step in and help any agent in any situation. He truly believes in a win-win and will find the best in every situation. Wim is also the first to sign up and contribute to any culture events we have. P.S. This would never be a bribery for some of that sweet, sweet honey. Congratulations.
So Wim is not here, so get your phone out. Right now, you need to text him. His phone number is 417-204-9033. Again, 417-204-9033. Let him know he's the culture winner. Maybe he'll bring you some honey too. Jim and Don, broker moment. You know what? We've never switched our camera.
So we got a little note yesterday, or the last couple of days, from compliance that said that there were some audits going on up in the St. Louis area, and they were asking agents to have both the seller side of the HUD and the buyer side of the HUD. I don't believe in that because I think there's confidential information on one side or the other. We're going to check it out with MREC and see if they're requiring it, because I know there's some title companies that won't do it. So if that's the case, we'll find out, I guess, by calling MREC and see what they say. So if you get a note from compliance down the road, don't be shocked and go, what is this all about? All 100 agents who are here in the meeting?
And 35 online.
Yep.
35 online. Point is that if it's required, we'll do it. If MREC says it's necessary, then we'll have to communicate that to all title companies that will have to have it. I still think it's confidential information on one side or the other, so I'm not sure why they would even request that or why they would think it was necessary, because I don't care how much a seller makes, right? And we don't care how much a buyer has to bring. That's between, them. So that's the only thing I have this week, other than that, everybody make sure you love GSBOR. Love you.
Wow, did Jeff Kester walk in? Jeff, come on in, grab a seat. We'll get you. Welcome, Jeff Kester.
Okay,
After we do the important stuff.
all right.
Also, Wim is online. He says, thank you all and thank you, Landon. So he got all your texts. Oops, I hit that too fast. Vendor guide. So let's do the warranty one first.
Yep.
HSA warranty has some changes, and our boxes keep blocking everything here. Sorry about that. But they are now adding roof leak coverage to the base plan, but it's removing washer and dryer. There's also a couple other changes through there. And I think there's a price change. It's showing single family $535 plus the HVAC is $60. So that's right at $600. So just be aware of those changes. Yes, Jim.
So key, if you're writing the contract, you put in there seller two, it should be, the base should be $535, not $505, or you'll end up paying that.
Correct. So make sure you take a look at that. They do have a new flyer. I don't know if they've sent us the actual paper copies yet,
We have it in the PDF. We'll have to print off to send it in.
Okay.
Yeah,
but just be aware of the change on that.
and that starts September 15th.
Also, USA Mortgage, are they here?
Saw Casey Cooper walk in.
He is.
Casey Cooper. Come on down. So excited. Yep.
He's so happy. So
We should have had a walk-up song for you. Let us know your request. Thunder?
Not a lot going on in the market except for rates going up. First alert this morning was not good. Had mortgage bonds at -45, which means going up. That usually raises them about 1/8% right there. So they started out the morning about 1/8% higher than what they were yesterday. So again, hang in there. We still expect them to go down the first of next year, maybe possibly still the end of this year, and tell people to marry the house and date the rate so we can refinance. And if any of your clients come through and say that their loan officer told them they have to wait 6 months to refinance, their loan officer's full of it. Basically what happens as a loan officer is I do have to pay back my commission within 6 months. And so that's 9 times out of 10 what these loan officers are getting at with
So
their
it's hurting
clients.
them, it's not hurting the client.
Exactly,
Got it.
100%.
Okay.
I don't care, because the way I look at it is a break even. If they come to me and I did a loan form on their purchase, I have to pay that money back. I'm doing a refinance, so I'm still getting the same money.
So you're gonna do what's best for them?
I might actually do that.
Wow.
I am a
What a
decent guy,
crazy
no matter what
concept.
people say.
Wow.
I know. Jim, I guess you can ask a question. I'm always afraid.
It's not gonna be a hard one. Did you have you reviewed Bank of America's new deal so that you can explain that to us? A lot of people may not follow the news or
You're
anything.
talking about their new program?
Yep.
Okay, so Bank of America has a new program. I don't know a lot about it, just basically what the news was showing. But basically, they're opening it up for people that want to live in minority neighborhoods, mainly minorities. And so they're doing no money down, 100% program, no mortgage insurance. There's actually been a program similar to that around town for a few years now through, I think it's Bancorp, I think had it. But so this is strictly for minorities, though. It's not like if you want to move to a minority neighborhood, it is strictly for minorities. They also give them $1,000 credit to help them with their closing costs, things like that. So basically it's a zero down, get into a house with zero money. Bank of America's funding the whole thing.
Yeah, but I was more concerned with the fact that they said you could have lower credit scores and that you don't have to have, that they'll look at rent history as your a rent payment or car payments as part of your, I mean, it reminds me of
Say, just get ready for the
2006 or 7 or
foreclosures.
8.
Basically. I mean, not necessarily, but yes, they are taking a risk and that's on them because it is an in-house loan. So they're going to be, that's a risk that a lot of lenders, I don't care who you are willing to take because that is rough. And what they define as lower credit score, we don't really know because
I thought they said under 610. I thought that's what was
I'll let them
published.
do it. Because it's kind of funny that they're doing that because they're actually limited at a 640 with the regular secondary market mortgages right now. So because they have what's called an overlay on top of on top of investors or Fannie or Freddie or anything like that. So their minimum score when they sell the secondary market is a 640. So they want to go down to 610 in-house. I'll let them.
I just wanted to mention, because I'm sure everybody was already aware of it, but I knew they could have more information.
So we want to get everybody into a house, but we don't want to get them into a situation where they have to get out of it. So we want to be responsible for down the road all the way through. And I love we have partners that are the same way. So
Yeah, definitely. Because those loan programs, I mean, I started in the subprime market. I really did. And some of the loans I did then blew my mind. I mean, I'd have somebody come in with a 720 score and a driver's license. They got a loan. Literally, that's all I needed from them. I needed no other documentation.
they didn't have to have a job.
Didn't even have to have a job, didn't have to verify assets, didn't have to verify anything, liabilities, nothing. So
It worked out real good too.
it did. I mean, it fed me for a while,
But
but
if you tried to question them, then you could have been in trouble because the government was
100%.
saying, do these things.
100%. I could have been questioned and it could have
Yeah.
been looked at discrimination, everything.
Yeah.
So you pretty much have to do them as a loan officer when they're out there, because if I don't, then I could be thrown against the wall and say, you're discriminating against them.
Yeah.
So anyway, but yeah, those loan programs there's still some out there, believe it or not. There's bank statement loans that are floating around. I have the availability to do them. I won't do them. I've had people call me and I won't do them. I tell them I don't have the program
Mhm.
because I just don't think it's always in the best interest of the client at all, no matter what they think. We all know how clients get when they see a house, they want to buy it. They don't
Yeah.
think about anything else. They don't do a budget, nothing. They want the house. So typically I try to advise my clients on, the payments, and I tell them, I'm using your gross income. We all know you don't get to spend your gross. The government gets a lot of it. I'm not counting your groceries, your gas, your car insurance, things like that. So I always tell all my clients to do a budget. I'd say about 5% of them do it, but I still advise them to do that kind of thing because I don't want to see people get in trouble because that does nothing but hurt our market. Or if we put them in good loans and they're comfortable with it, that's going to help our market because they're going to sell it one day and then buy another house to upgrade, things like that. So
Very cool.
that's it.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Onward. Do we have Onward people here?
I think I'm the representative for Onward
Okay,
today. Yeah.
real quick, Patty Morawski from online says hi to everybody from Morawski Inspections. How about Onward?
So the big thing that we're pushing as we're going into Q4 is getting your database ready. So if you're in bold, you've learned about DTD2 schedule, which essentially means you're calling 2 letters of the alphabet each week. And that way you can touch your whole database in the 4th quarter. So if you need help getting those tags set up or those tasks in your command, come by and see us and we can get all that set up and ready for you.
Very cool. We got HSA already. Do anybody from Legal Land Title? And real quick, are there people? I see Jess.
Jess Bowman Insurance Group. We appreciate you guys. We're here for all your insurance needs and questions and just to be a resource for you guys.
Amy?
Amy Hunsaker Williams, the Collective Home Staging. Things are getting a little bit busy with the staging thing, thanks maybe to Gary Keller. So if you think you're gonna need any staging services, please let me know sooner rather than later so we can get you scheduled.
Yes, Ryan Barnes with Health Markets. I sell health insurance, supplemental Medicare, and life insurance enrollments coming around the corner here in the next month. So please get with me. I'd love to help you out.
Very cool. Mr. Rodhouse?
Jonathan Roundhouse, 417 Reiki. We have super access, so you don't even have to leave your office if you need a lock worked on.
So Mr. McGrath?
Adam McGrath, Comparion Insurance Agency. We're a local insurance team and our passion is helping home buyers.
Nathan?
Oh,
Hello, Nathan Skinner, Garrison Roofing. We talked about the HSA, the home warranty stuff, so I want to just put it out there. If I am going out to look at a roof that's leaking and they've got a warranty, that report will look different than my general real estate inspection report. And so just let me know, if you're sending me a text with an address, let me know, hey, they've got a home warranty. Because I do have to fill out a specific form and submit that to the warranty company. So.
Awesome. Anybody else we missed? Awesome. We love we have so many of you coming to our meetings each week. You just see me with the remote at home. There we go. Okay, a lot of realtor events. This video, I gotta hit the audio on it. This is an amazing project.
Academy here. As you know, every year we're tasked with a group project. We're so excited to bring you this year's project, Our Care Fund. We're so excited about this because it provides 1 to 3 visits to realtors, you included, and the realtors around you, for those who need mental health access.
We have spent countless hours on trying to think of what we could do to help the agents in our industry. And mental health affects us all. Whether it's financial, marital, addiction, depression, or thoughts of self-harm. Our Care Fund is partnering with Burrell Health, and this will provide access for our agents to mental health, and it is free of charge, confidential.
Our goal is to provide up to 3 free visits to a mental health care provider paid for by Our Care Fund. The thing is, realtors often don't have health insurance, and for those that do, most of the time mental health care is an exclusion. Our goal is to provide access to mental health care for those who need it when they need it throughout the year.
Yes, we are so excited to present the first annual Halloween party to support Our Care Fund. Join us for a night of fun while Elevate Entertainment spins tunes and you're on the dance floor breaking it down. Also, visit Shaker's Cash Bar as well as Tinka Tacos, who will be providing awesome food throughout the night.
Remember, this is a party, so bring your creativity and your best costume because there will be prizes. It's at Farmers Park Pavilion on Republic Road, rain or shine, and tickets are on sale now, general admission and VIP. VIP includes your own private bar and catering. Sponsorships are also available, so we would really appreciate your support, and you can get all of those details below.
So this is something that a lot of our agents need. And like I said, the goal is to provide 3 free visits for anyone going through any situations. So that's an incredible Leadership Academy project they're doing.
Who cares? You're paying back taxes. You're going to have to pay it anyway. The balance of the taxes, like in his mind, it was going to be $20,000. And so I did my master's in business and I was a finance emphasis. Like I know a fair amount. I'm not a CPA.
Yeah. If you're on the, we can hear you.
What I said the first time, anyway. So I went through and I was showing him how his taxes.
Okay, what a good segue for the taxes.
Yes. If you're curious if it was live shows, it is live.
Yep.
There we go.
She keeps unmuting herself.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay. So all of a sudden, everybody else is going, am I on mute? Okay, a couple more events coming up. Again, have your calendars handy. So the GSBR Christmas party, December 9th, Celebrate Women in Real Estate, and the Pink Party, Thursday, October 27th. That is at Highland Springs this year, so it's going to be a little different. Realtor safety, we're going to have Elise talk. This is not your slide, so don't come up yet. But there is a safety class because this is Realtor Safety Month. she's so excited. We're gonna get her up here.
We have a lot of new agents that just got in the business, and I was meeting with one yesterday, and they said, okay, I have my first client, what do I do? And outside of contracts class, the first thing I encourage them to go to is this event at the end of the month, because Elise is gonna talk about what realtor safety month is. And it's so important that if you haven't been in one of these classes, it's free at the board, and we're encouraging you to go. Yes, Blake?
As the ALC finance chair, I think I need to, just in case you did hear what happened there, do pay your taxes.
Fight for it.
Just making sure.
Yes. Okay, so going on. C2EX, just a reminder, there's a $500 Visa gift card if you're looking at completing or renewing that. So keep that in mind. Like, so we have a lot of stuff. So we're going through a lot of RPR webinars. RPR and CRS are the two tax data infos. And Leadership Academy, like that group event they're doing, some of you need to be in Leadership Academy next year. So make sure you're applying for that. And safety, this was the safety app that we did several weeks ago, but we got a lot of people on that. And to sort of tie all that together, there's the calendar. And here's the fearless leader of GSBOR. Jeff Kester, please come on up. I searched long and hard to find a beautiful picture of you.
I'm glad you did.
Go right here in the center so the interworld can see you.
So, yeah, so this is a picture from a Missouri Realtors Business Conference that was probably meant to stay at a Missouri Realtors. I said when I got in the tux, I said I look like the penguin, so I just decided to be the penguin.
So my wife asked if you're the guy from Monopoly.
Well, after about 10,000 cheeseburgers.
There we go.
Yeah. So thanks for having me this morning. Why is everybody way back there?
They're Baptist.
Yeah. So it's just like crammed back there in the back. So did you tell them ahead of time I was gonna be?
No, we didn't know we got there.
All right. Okay, it just happened.
Yeah.
So anyway, I just thought I'd come by. I do want to tell you, coming down the hallway, it is great to see the Y4C2Ts still up in the hallway. And it's got a new letter in there, which is great. And
we have a slide for that later too.
After, God, how many years? 25 years. 25 years ago, I became a KW agent. So it's nice to see the hallway. It's still got the Y4T2Ts. So anyway, off that note, greetings from the board. It is Realtor Safety Month. A special message to the men in the room. So when we start talking about Realtor Safety Month, typically the women in the room listen and the men like start getting out their phones because they're like, because you all got 4-wheel drive and you got your trucks and you're like, yeah, you know, I've been hunting and, you know, I see you, you're out there, you got your hats on and yeah. Well, so here's the statistic. Female realtors are much more likely to be assaulted while doing realtor work. However, male realtors, when assaulted, are much more likely just to be murdered as opposed to any other thing. So when we talk about Realtor Safety Month, I really encourage guys because, I mean, obviously it's for all realtors, but you really need guys, this is for you too. I don't care how many guns and knives and whips and chains and all that paraphernalia you have. This stuff is for you too. And Donnie will be here. So we started doing realtor safety classes for new member orientation. So they would come out with some continuing education, but more importantly, right up front, they had realtor safety lessons. Now, Donnie Allen, who teaches the class, he used to teach it with Janet Judd, who was last year's state president. She was a former police officer, so I could always say former police officer. Well, now she's on the real estate commission in the spot that I was supposed to have, so she can't teach. That's right, I said it. And she can't teach CE anymore, so it's just Donnie. So when I go through qualifications, I just say, Donnie's from Oklahoma, so he understands this stuff. You know, they gave him a gun for his christening. And so we're opening that up on the 29th for all members, and along with the safety tips that are in the monthly, the weekly emails as well. I mean, it's something that we just can't, can you get the picture off the screen?
Brian Jackson says, whips and chains, are we still talking about safety?
Yes, yeah. The next thing I'll tell you
You don't
about,
want that picture anymore? We'll go to that.
thank you.
Okay.
It was distracting me. For crying out loud. Next thing I want to talk to you about is something new for this year called the Community Development Committee. So we had a committee called Economic Development that became a forum because even people who work for the state economic development department don't really know what economic development is. They wine and dine CEOs and try to talk them into locating their plant or business in Missouri, but other than that. And we had a committee called Community Outreach, which did very good work raising money and collecting things for community-wide charities. But what we did is we put those committees together and formed community development so that realtors working in the community could be boots on the ground in their communities. What we've done so far is divide the city of Springfield into 4 different quadrants. And so a member of the Community Development Committee is really a part of those quadrant teams. We also have a team for Ozark and Nixa at this point. Our goal is to continue to grow those teams so that they can get even more granular, if you will, and work in the city neighborhoods that the city of Springfield has lined out. If you've been doing this long enough that you remember the zones, we used to search for property by zone. Jim remembers that. He was there the day they created the zones. So Northeast, and he's not allowed to ask any questions when I'm done, right? Northeast, Northwest, Southeast, Southwest, College and Chestnut is basically where all those come together. But the city has basically delineated a lot of neighborhoods, and our hope is as we continue to grow these teams, that we'll have a team for each of those neighborhoods and in Ozark and Nixa to develop what those neighborhoods are so that realtors can continue to do good works, but can do that on a more micro face-to-face level with the community. I mean, we can be, you know, this isn't a church project. We can be Pharisees and promote ourselves at the same time and let everybody know that we're there and what the good works were that we did. But we can really be active in those communities on a micro level and really be the community presence. The city of Springfield has a very forward SGF strategic plan, and we're working with them to be boots on the ground for all of those community betterment projects. Whether it be neighborhood cleanup, we're issuing toolkits to the groups so that they have projects that they can work on in those areas. We need you and your time and your talents to be active in those various parts of the community. And finally, on September 29th in the afternoon, after Realtor Safety Training, we will be having our general membership meeting. It's where we elect the new slate of officers going into 2023. And it's about 15 minutes of followed by a couple of very more exciting events. One is our Realtor Helping People auction. In the past, this has been a standalone event, but they are now the official charity of GSBOR. And they will be having an auction, things like a 3 or 4 night stay at a B&B in Scottsdale, Arizona, a signed Patrick Mahomes helmet. He plays for the Chiefs, if anybody watches football. And we about a total of about 25 different items that are quality items. And then at the same time, the annual RPAC Cornhole Tournament is going on. So this is all at Farmers Park in the pavilion, 5 o'clock on the 29th. You're a member of GSBOR, you're very welcome to be there. In fact,
it's a fun night, and I think we have several cornhole teams here already up to it.
Are we gonna have somebody inducted that night? Are you inducted?
Well, I just go up and step.
Mr. President-elect.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. So it's official. So if nothing else, come to heckle Mike. But yeah, there'll be food and
drinks,
bars and wine pools and all those things that gets realtors to events.
But the auction last year was amazing, some of the stuff. And we've already got the Chiefs things, and there's more coming in.
Yeah. So
Very cool.
That's it.
Thank you much.
Thanks for having me
Thanks for
and
being here.
good to see y'all.
Okay, lots of calendar stuff. So this week, number one, Shannon has a class called Open House Best Practices this afternoon at 1. That's in here, correct?
Yep.
Cool. Bold is back at 425 Walnut, but the most important things, Friday is full of stuff. We have the Ron Steffes Memorial we're gonna dedicate the flagpole. We're expecting tons of people. So there's gonna be we're gonna have some help with parking.
Yep.
Kind of give some details on that.
Yeah,
please.
so at 12 o'clock on Friday, we're going to do a lunch buffet and it's $10 per person. We're raising money for Springfield Cares, just like Ron would want. So if you're going to attend, please let us know because we need to know how many people to have food for. And then after at 1 o'clock, we'll be doing the flag raising. So if you haven't seen out there's a huge flagpole now with a nice little monument in honor of Ron's entire family, and the people that weren't able to travel for his burial back in January are all coming in. So we're expecting hundreds of people. And so that being said, if you can carpool that day, great. If not, behind Sofa City, we do have that extra parking lot available. If you could park there, that would be great. Just don't
block
park the bay doors. Yep. And so we're trying to encourage a lot of different parking options, and then the main parking spots in front of the main entrance will be blocked off so everybody can stand there. But the flag raising will last about an hour.
Deadline for food order is tomorrow. Nicole just put the link in there. Then after that, we reset the place and it's Hispanic Heritage Event night, correct? So it's gonna, you all want to say anything more on that or?
No, just to let everyone know, he's almost here, you know, so we have up to 20 participants now, so it's gonna be very fun. And I welcome all of you to bring your past clients that you have right now or future clients, just to use it as a way to, you know, like a client appreciation day. I will be posting that final flyer today after the meeting, so you all know who all is coming. And obviously you don't have to be there from 5 to 9, but if you can just stop by for a little bit, that will be awesome.
It's gonna be
just food, drinks, games, bounce house. Is that
Tequila, of course. And actually, I don't know if all of you stay at the office late on Fridays, but I know some of you do. If it's 4 p.m., I would really appreciate if the
park on the north side of the building, because the south lot's gonna be full for the vendors, right?
Yes. Is that right? North, south? Am I having it right?
We want to park where to buy legal land, and then we want to leave the lot open by Mid-Missouri open.
Yes.
For all the
Yes,
vendors.
that, I get confused.
Or on that side.
So-
Cool.
I don't know north and south.
Left and right.
Yeah, this way and this way.
Okay, so lots of events this week. Tonight, YPN party at Wire Road. There are 4 of us in the dunk tank from here.
Make sure you come at 5, not 4:30.
And so these gifts or gifs or whatever they are, I searched all over internet for them. The one that came up had Boomer. I thought that was kind of cool. Yeah. So anyway, there's the party for that. That's tonight at Wire Road. Mark that. How long does it go? 4 to 6?
4 to 6. It'll probably run a little longer today, but the main event is 4 to 6, and you don't have to be there the whole time. If you want to just come in, say hi. Yeah, it's come after 4:30.
Well, we're 4 to 5, then there's more after that.
Oh, but if it goes 4 to 6, then
This is-
you guys took up a lot of the dump.
This is the Keller Power Hour. Right here.
Elise had the right idea of being like the first one in the dump tank.
Yeah,
You know, that way it's not gross either.
Safety note to the ones that are gonna be in the tank, take off your rings, because it happened to me and actually peeled my meat of my finger. I reach up and grab it,
like
peeled my
ring.
finger. So take your rings off.
Thank you for that note.
Meat of my
So
Yes.
it'll be $4 for each throw or $10 for 3. And all the money, so Jeff Kester was talking about the quadrants. So I am on the Southwest Springfield Community Development Team. And so all the money, why are you mouthful? I know, I had to practice that. So all the money that we raise is actually going to be going towards helping elderly and disabled homeowners around that Southwest Springfield area.
And some of you are gonna have to buy a lot, because some of you losers won't be able to hit us.
That's right.
I'm throwing it out. Yeah.
I'm at 5 o'clock.
And I will be heckling you, so if you're trying to throw, so be ready for that. Okay. And speaking of former police officers,
Here we go.
Elise Riley. Come on.
Yes. All right, guys.
Okay, watch out.
Oh my God. Here you go. Thank you.
Whoa, not safe. I know.
It's not safe.
Christina, I've got a violation. Oh. I have a violation already. I haven't even gotten to the front. I'm sorry. I need some help here.
It's okay. Here, I got it. There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You got cuffs?
I'm just writing you a citation.
Oh. Can I get a warning?
That's it, Mike. That's it. I've had
I heard bribery.
You know how long it's been since I've been in cuffs?
Seriously, what is this TV?
Please welcome Elise.
I don't know why people
That's
get
why
me.
I asked if I could get my shoulders out.
Yeah. I did. When I walked in, I was like, how are your shoulders? Do you have any chiropractic issues?
I do now.
Yeah. So you have the key though, right?
I thought you had the key.
All right.
I mean.
No, I'm
Anyway,
saying.
anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah.
I do have a safety class tomorrow. I know it's all fun and games because that's the only way I know how to speak in front of people is to just try and be funny. But we do have some safety stuff that I'd love to talk to you guys about tomorrow at 1 o'clock. If you guys haven't been to a safety class, either through KW or at the board, this would be a really good way to just kind of get into some good habits, because that's really what I want everyone to remember is just the good habits that we can all get into to make sure that we all stay safe. We have had people not in this area, but that's the thing is we don't want to become a news story in this area. We want to do preventative measures. And then what happens if you think you are in a dangerous situation? We've had some really great real estate agent support here, especially at our office. We've had people that have posted, hey, can someone come and meet me at this house? I'm uncomfortable. And we've had tons of people just like cavalry style, hit the road and head that way. So we want to keep that up. We want to make sure that we get into good habits, and that's what tomorrow's class at 1 o'clock is going to be like. So.
And so we're gonna have a tip.
Mhm.
We have a tip a day
Tip
or?
every
Oh, yeah.
week.
Yeah, tip
And
a
then the GSVR is also having tips on their post as well.
Yeah, don't be too public. So like, you can, if you want to be flashy, that's fine, but people take note of that. And a lot of people think real estate agents just make a ton of money because they'll say, oh, you sold, $9 million in sales volume. Well, let me take 3% of that. Wow, I know how much money you make. They don't take into mind, your taxes, your alcohol bills and all that stuff. So this is but just be careful. And also, if you're meeting someone for the first time, it's a good idea to meet them in a neutral place like here at the office, okay? All right, anyway, see you later, Mike.
All right, bye. Give her a round of applause.
Okay.
All right, next. Oh, go back one. Never, you didn't know I could still hit it. Taxes are due tomorrow. Those who do quarterly taxes, make sure you're paying them. All right? And continuing education. Can you get that thing off there? Not the chat.
Dang it.
I don't think there's a key.
So CE is due by September 30th. We have divided up our agent list between everybody on leadership team. So if you have not completed your CE, please be expecting a phone call from us in the next few days, just reminding you. It is a two-step process. So if you're doing your CE online, which there is a discount code through CE Cheap, and you can get it done relatively quick if you plan properly. Once that happens, it takes about 48 hours for it to update to the MRAC, and then you can go online and pay that bill. You should have received a letter in the mail with an online PIN code, and that PIN code is what you need in order to use that to renew. So it's a two-step process. If you do your CE and you don't pay, you're still not renewed. And then Jim gets all of your business at the very end of the month, and he will be our top agent for October's reports. Yes, Dallas?
On the cheap CE, can you just get 3 hours or you have to get it all?
How many hours have you completed?
I just need 3.
Then you can do 3. Yep, you can select up there.
You don't get the discount though.
Okay, you don't get the discount though. It's a package. But it is an option. And yeah, I would recommend it. Also with that, As you're doing it, it does report to the MREC directly, so you don't have to worry about sending any of that over. And the board really doesn't need it as well. If you are doing your CE, a recommendation would be doing a code of ethics, because that's due every 3 years. And so if you're going ahead and doing it now, it auto pulls that through for you.
Yep. All
What
right.
happens if they don't do their CE?
You can't practice real estate anymore, and then you have to retake.
She brings the cuffs out.
Yep, and then you have to retake your classes.
I want you to remember that because I mean, MREC will not forgive you. It's not like the board won't forgive you either, but the MREC is worse. I mean, you're not in practice anymore, period. And so you get to start over.
And every year we got people that do it.
Yep.
Yeah, we do.
And they say,
I appreciate it. I really do.
And so if you are gonna pay online, make sure you get your CE done like 3 days before the deadline, because it has to update for you to then pay.
And
So
another
don't,
reminder is if you don't do it, you can't get paid because you're not a licensed agent anymore. So that money will go KW Cares or Springfield Cares
there's,
or Bowling.
yep, Bowling team, yes, Evan.
I would say not wait till the last minute too, because I had to change my address and I'm on day 8, I think, of waiting for them to change that before I can actually pay to have it done.
So do it now.
Yep, do it now.
And that online stuff, like you sent the coupon to do the classes online, is like $40 or something.
48.
And we done that in like 2-3 hours, just smoked through
No,
it.
you didn't. You took 150 minutes per What a team meeting. Okay. Bold is back. We've got this Thursday at 425 Walnut, and then next Thursday is Bold graduation.
Correct, and we are doing a happy hour after that. We're still trying to finalize the location, but it will be a big celebration for everybody that's been part of Bold, or if you want to come and just join and congratulate everybody that's graduated over the last 8 weeks.
We told you there's a lot of stuff on here this week. Hispanic Heritage Month party this weekend, hosted by these lovely ladies. They've done an incredible job. Let's give them a round of applause ahead of time.
I agree.
Yeah. So Gabby says, what if nobody comes? We're gonna make sure that doesn't happen, correct?
I'll
We're all
be
gonna be there. We're gonna have a
Yep.
party.
Tequilas and tacos, why wouldn't you do that?
That's
You live
right. Okay, how many of you keep trying to get on the Greene County website and it's blocked out? Okay,
I know a lot of people.
yeah, because we're all trying to use the same one. You really can't do that. So guess what? If you go to the website, you'll see this page. And then you go to this form. It will open up this thing. Oops, I went too far. And the board has paid the $250. You can have your own $50 subscription, and then you have your own login, and you don't have to mess with it the rest of the year. $50 for the whole year. But this is the form. And this is funny. I tried to draw a straight line. Can you see how bad that yellow is? But the board has done the $250, so every one of you can have your own subscription for $50. So just realize that. That way you don't have to worry about logging in, logging out, because every week we're resetting the thing. So,
Every day, every day.
yep. Leverage series.
Yeah, so if you are thinking you may want to hire somebody, maybe in the next 6 months, year, I would recommend going to the Leverage Series. This is going to be in St. Louis. It's all about the KPA process. So whenever you guys onboarded, you took that hour-long assessment, which will tell you your personality traits, how you fit among the roles within Keller Williams, how you succeed through adding people onto your team, and what happens when you hire them the first 30, 60, 90 days. So this is all in 2 days classes taught by our regional director, David Broso. He is an amazing facilitator. I think a lot of you guys have already went to one of his classes before, and hands down, he has a nice Canadian accent, so it makes it fun listening to him. But would definitely recommend this class to anybody if you've ever thought about hiring somebody, even if you're not at that point yet. This will at least give you the knowledge to know what to look forward to.
And usually each of those classes is a day or more. And this is a combined thing to get all 3 of them done in 2 days. That way you're ready to go on.
And it's here in our region in St. Louis, and so you won't have to travel to Austin or any farther away.
And I will take you to White Castle if you go with us. All right, some other events going on, and communities. These are all different colors. Communities, we'll hit those more next week. The stats for this week, almost identical. So nothing's changing a lot. It is typical fall for the moment. And it did begin on me.
Oh.
Thanks. Same thing there. We did go up some, but we did last year also. We're running about the same trends as last year, but we are about 300 listings higher than last year.
So we're at 1242, and last week we were at 1230.
Yeah, and that's kind of typical over holiday weekend. We go down some, and then we come back up. So it's building. There is a little bit more inventory. We're starting to see more price reductions, that kind of stuff. Okay, since we've run along and everything, we're gonna show you each of the awards. We're not gonna go through name by name because there's a lot here. A lot of you done great stuff. Screenshot this, or I can always share all these slides to you afterwards. Just send me an email. And by the way, I've switched everything to my MikeBrown417@kw.com email. That way it's just more consistent everywhere. But just shoot me an email and I'll be happy to share all these slides with you. Okay, so August cappers. These are people who capped this month, which means they're not paying any more commission. Then first listings. Look at this group of people. Give them a round of applause.
We're on the coaching team too.
Oh, amazing.
Yep.
And we're staying along on this, so people can screenshot this and then we'll go into the next one each time. First closing. Those three people. And the home run club, look who I used. Albert. Will that get out of the way again?
Yeah.
Thank you. These are people who had one listing, one contract, and one contract closed for the month. To me, that should be a triple, but they call it the home run club, so that's what we use.
Yeah, you are.
Okay, then here are the things we look at each month, and this goes back to our monthly reports: future business, current business, closed business. So here's the listings taken for the month. Here are our individuals that were top of the list. Give me a round of applause. Okay, but notice last month almost all these were double, so listings went down for the month. Teams, give them a round of applause. Teams means 2 agents.
2 licensed agents.
Okay, so there's a difference between team and group. Group is 3 or more agents, but here are the groups. Give them a round of applause. So those are listings, which means future business coming in. Here's the volume levels. So let's look at those real quick. There's that. And the teams. And you clap your arm or your watch counts as steps. So the more aggressively you do this, you're getting more steps for the day. Yeah. And so when I'm waving at church, I get all kinds of stuff. Okay, so the next is contracts written. So this is people who are probably getting a closing check this month. There's our list of people there. And our teams. And our groups. Okay, one thing we want to point out, the coaching team is showing up with 13.5. But what's wrong with that, Shanna?
It's actually 19, and because we've got so many different people on teams and different things, they can't all just put it into the coaching group within command. So I've got some stragglers out there. So our numbers are always going to be a little bit lower on here. So if you really want to know what they are, come talk to me. But it's 19.
But if you want, yeah. So if you want to be part of that, talk to her later, because that's any level. On a team, individual, experienced agent, unexperienced agent, all of it. It can all help. And contracts written volume. Here we go. And then the volume again. And the groups. And then here's the money that came in this month. This is closed units. If the individuals, round of applause. And I keep seeing new names pop up every week or every month. So it's kind of interesting how it keeps changing and different people are getting on there. And the teams. And the units for group.
Yes.
More? Okay. And the volume. Here we go. Groups or individuals. Volume. Give a round of applause. And teams. And the groups. Okay, now before we go to the next slide, I want you to look at it for a second and think about it. Okay, how many of you read that in Arnold Schwarzenegger's voice? Who's supposed to be on this list next time? You notice on the individuals, a lot of people were there with 2 listings. What if you got 3 next year or next month? You're moving up on this list for some of the top people. But anyway, every time the only person who's a loser is the person who stays down. So I read it in the voice. I didn't know if everybody else would too. How do you find your own info? Go to this. KW command, no, MyKW.KW. Oh, it's right there.
Yep.
This will show you those 3 categories so you can tell how you're doing. The transmittal's done so you can see last month's stuff. And next week, we're going into lore, which is
Language of real estate.
And that tells you what the stats are. We're gonna go deep. We've got a lot of cool numbers we've seen that will help you talk with people and get more listings.
And we have a pretty interesting stat that was given to us at our ALC clinic last month that
Do we
will
want
be
to go
shared.
ahead and share that?
I don't have it in front of me, so I
Okay.
don't want to
Well,
change the numbers.
it's a shocker about how many agents are doing what and how high you may actually be in KW and you don't even know it.
Yep.
So thanks for coming this week. I think that's all. Thank you for attending. Thank you for an interesting team meeting.